Hi, guys. Good afternoon, and welcome back once again to the EdWord. I'm your host, Eddie, and in today's video, I will be doing my episode review for the latest installment of the horror anthology series exclusively on Hulu, Into the Dark. They just dropped their newest episode a few days ago on this past Friday. It wasn't exactly April Fool's themed, but it was still a pretty damn entertaining episode. And in fact, it was one of their better ones, as I can recall. In fact, it was a sort of unofficial sequel to an episode from season 1 called Pooka, where this one is called Pooka Lives, and they use the same character in the name, Pooka, the scary-looking stuffed animal, which turns out to be a manifestation of demonic evil and brings about, terrible things. Now, before I get into all of that and I start revealing and dropping spoilers like I almost just did, if you haven't watched this episode of Into the Dark, Pooka Lives, don't keep watching or listening, as I will be going into spoilers, plot details, characters, all that jazz. So you have been warned. That being said, let's dive right in. First and foremost, hats off to the creative team who put this one together for giving us really likable leading characters. It surrounded a group of old friends who, for the hell of it, decide to create their own horror urban legend scary story that they post to the internet, and of course it spreads like wildfire, and it ends up becoming like the Pooka challenge, where you perform some little ritual and you actually summon the entity that is Pooka, and then when he appears, he kills you. So it's kind of like Bloody Mary or Candyman. You say their names enough time in the mirrors and they appear, where in this case you do a little dance and you spin around and you say Pooka in a rhyme or something like that, he appears and kills you. It was actually a pretty damn entertaining episode, and what I was most pleased with is that it was very supernatural themed. It wasn't revolved around murder, like humans killing humans. It was about a monster. This was a monster story. It was about this malicious entity known that was taking the form of Pooka, and it was killing and hurting and terrorizing people, and in the end brings about the Pooka-apocalypse, or whatever they called it, where it's like a bunch of stuffed Pookas all come to life, and then there's this awesome animated sequence in the end credits where it shows our characters fighting them off like zombies or something. It was really cool. And Pooka appears as a big stuffed animal caricature, and then there's a couple of times when he appears this tall, slender, skinny, scary-looking motherfucker with big, glowing red eyes and growling noises. I mean, overall, this was a solid monster episode of Into the Dark, and I hope they do more episodes like this, because as much as I enjoyed other installments of Into the Dark, this one was really enjoyable, because it had likable, relatable leading characters people actually felt sorry for, and then there was one doucher in the mix who I was really happy to see go. God, the obnoxious YouTuber who was ruining the life of our main character, that Jax guy, and he calls his fans or his followers jackers or something like that. So I was more than happy to see him die. I mean, he was just a fucking tool and just so damn annoying. Although the actor playing him did a really excellent job pretending to be one of those YouTube personality types who started off as someone maybe humble, kind of small, and they just explode in popularity, and then they turn into this enormous, power-hungry douchebag who can do and get away with whatever they want and get their followers to do whatever they want. And so I was not sad to see him go. I was happy to see that Pooka claimed him rather quickly. I also love how there was an underlying message where it's kind of like when you put something out there, at least online or on social media of all places, it's kind of there forever. We get these Facebook memories that pop up in our feed from time to time, and sometimes we'll get memories from 10 years ago to the date. It's still up there. It's still up there, and it's still for the whole world to see. And if you choose to share it or not, then it's like you're re-entering it in the big, never-ending circulation of shit, basically. And I like how they try to come up with they came up with an origin for Pooka, and then they try to come up with a death of Pooka, and they tried to do it, and it kind of worked for a little bit, but then the internet just wouldn't let it die. It's kind of like trying to stop or quell nasty rumors or false information, and you try to show them the truth with and you hit them with facts, but it's like people have already accepted the alternative, and there's just no stopping it. So I kind of like the analogy there they were doing with like the usage or misusage of the internet. But overall, it was a very entertaining episode. It was a good, solid monster episode. It had strong supernatural themes and ties to it. And I certainly hope Into the Dark takes a lesson from this and makes a lot more episodes like it, because this was pretty damn enjoyable. Much like their last one, which I just did a review for. Despite it coming out a month ago, I finally watched it. And March's episode was quite good as well. I recommend Crawlers. So yeah, that's there you have it. I hope you guys are staying safe and healthy and practicing social distancing and washing your hands during these trying times. You know, we all just got to stay upbeat and do our part and just hold out for as long as we can. We're all in this together, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching my episode review of the latest episode of Into the Dark. I hope you liked it as much as I did. What did you think of it? I want to hear your thoughts and your opinions down below in the comments section. Thanks again for watching. Have an awesome rest of your day. Into the Dark seasons 1 and 2 are now streaming on Hulu exclusively. Have a great day, everyone. Take care. And of course, until next time, may the Force be with you.